Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. See if I can get the shine off of that. Supportive Oracle cards. The Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Huh, we took these from the bottom. That's interesting. Alright, let's see what happens with this. Okay. There's a couple more I gotta flip over here, which I think we just... Okay. Ooh, you're going in with the Stag Spirit. I like that. The Stag Spirit on this one says take the lead, but when I'm feeling it, I'm like, it's almost like beyond take the lead. It's not so much take the lead as in someone's pushing you forward, or I don't feel like, I don't know, it says take the lead, but I don't really feel like there's an option. I feel like this is saying when you lead yourself forward, like look at this like it's going to stick around for a while. Because I feel like sometimes the energy might be more like, you know, we'll go this way. If it works, we'll keep going. If it doesn't, we'll go a different direction. But this is saying whatever you're heading towards, it's going to stick for a while. So they're saying when I'm feeling stag with the world, I'm getting like, you might be going into something feeling like, I'll give it a shot. It works great. It doesn't, fine. It will go a different direction. But I'm feeling like whatever you're going into is going to like, it's going to get like a hold on you. It's almost like it's got you by the wrist. And then when you're trying to get rid of that, it's got you by the ankle. And then when you're trying to get rid of that, it's got you by the waist. And then all of a sudden it's got you by all three. It's like whatever it is, it's like it's grabbing hold of you, whatever you're going into. So it's kind of like whatever you're getting into, you can't seem to get away from it very easily. And when I'm also feeling like there's a lot of communication, like somebody's not only seeing you as a success, but they're pushing forward. They're trying to pull you in by helping you. See, this is it is a very seductive. I don't know if it's good or bad, to tell you the truth at this point. There's other cards coming up, but I'm feeling it out as I go, and I'm definitely an intuitive reader. At this point, they're giving you something. They're helping you with this. They're showing you your value. They're showing you the value they can be to you. So they're helping you, and they're praising you at the same time. It's very seductive, but this is another way where they might tie themselves into your life. This is really strong energy. It's not bad. Going forward, I'm not sure exactly. It's going to show its true colors. So when I say it's not bad, it's a little stressful for me for some reason, but it's not bad. Like there's nothing wrong happening. You're getting yourself involved and you're seeing the reciprocation that you would prefer. But at the same time, you're realizing like it's tying you to this situation pretty quickly. It's like really tying you to it. As we keep going forward, see, yeah, you got the Four of Wands coming in next. You are very deeply invested pretty quickly. Like you have emotional bonds creating pretty quickly. Like I don't think you're expecting this. I don't think you're expecting to get this emotionally tied to the situation this fast. And the rabbit spirit is in the environment. More and more keeps coming forward. The more that comes forward, the deeper you get into it. But I feel like you're so emotionally invested, it's almost like as things pop up in front of you, you're just dealing with it. Pops up, deal with it, deal with it. Oh, this set, okay, that. Okay, I gotta do this. You're not, I don't think you're realizing, like, to the level. Like, you're probably getting, like, yeah, I'm getting deeper. But, like, you don't realize how tightly you're getting bound to this situation because you're getting deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper, and quick things just pop up. When I'm feeling rabbit for this situation, makes me feel like it's almost like, you know, a clown car where things just keep popping out just quickly. Because I feel like that with rabbits sometimes. You have one, and then you have 5, and then you have 15, and then you have 50, and you're like, what happened? What happened? That's what I'm feeling with rabbit. This says, now is a lucky time. Yeah, for the people you're connected with. They feel very fortunate to have you there. Like, you're very, very highly valued. I'm still not sure if it's good or bad, though. I got to be honest. I'm really not sure. Let's keep going forward. at some point you're really going to click into this and be like, wow. Like, it's almost like a few months go by and then you're like, wow, I'm okay. It's kind of like you have this wake up call. Like, it's almost, I don't know how to explain it. You're just kind of like you got into the river. It's almost like you got in the river and you were floating on a tube, just enjoying life. Before you knew it, you came across some rapids and thought, oh, it'll just take me a little ways down. I can walk back. Next thing you know, you're 100 miles down the river, and you're just like, uh-oh, like, oh, oh. You're like, how did that happen? Like, I didn't even think that was possible. Like, it's that much of a shock. I know that seems very dramatic, but it's that much of like, whoa, I'm deep. I'm pretty deep in this all of a sudden. You got the Queen of Wands crossing the King of Cups. You kind of want to back off. You want to step back and take a break, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, but it's kind of like dealing with a house of cards. You start pulling back now, it's going to cause problems, and you don't want problems here. There's also a situation happening where there's a lot of disruption all of a sudden, and this is probably your wake-up call. This is probably why you're feeling this way. Kind of like you want to take a step back, you want to regroup, but you're feeling like you can't. You keep moving forward. It's kind of like you have a lot of investment here. You're kind of crossed with yourself. Kind of like, I really need to back up and think about what I'm a part of. But I don't really seem to have the luxury to do that. Because if I do that, there's going to be bigger problems here. And I don't want that to happen. Because I'm kind of holding the situation up now. Or I'm a piece of that. I'm one of the pillars now. Like, how did that happen? It's almost like all of a sudden you're one of the pillars keeping the roof up. And you're just like, what? Like, it's just kind of like throwing you off. Like, how did this happen so quickly? Like, how did I end up in this position? There's some type of disruption that's really highlighting this to you. You're kind of like, I would really like to back off from this, but you have the Eagle card supporting this, which it says, Spirit has your back. But when I feel Eagle is very strong. Eagle has the vantage point to see the truth of what's going on here, and you're seeing your worth in the situation. You're seeing your effect on the situation, and you're like, well, I don't want to just walk away from this. I don't want to walk away from this. I don't want to like step back as in I'm leaving, but I don't want to step back and then things fall in at the same time because, if the roof falls in, that's not cool. I don't want that. But still at the same time, you're like, how did I end up in this position? How did this happen so quickly? People around you know this, and they're banking on you staying involved. Like they purposely tied you in that way because they needed help with this situation, and they knew if they tied you tightly enough to it, you wouldn't walk away. That's how they really felt. And you are very valued, and they're very thankful. They're showing you that gratitude, which kind of ties you in a little deeper. You know you're appreciated. So you got this Two of Cups on your side. You know that people want you there, they need you there, they're thankful you're there, and it's kind of like yeah okay. I mean, it's really a strange situation. The energy feels really weird to me. Kind of like you care a lot about this situation, but at the same time you're like, how did I get this deep in this? How did this happen so fast? You are feeling that appreciation. You definitely care. There's a bewilderment with that. That's not a card for bewilderment, but I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling like, I don't know how this happened so quickly. It's not just a calm, happy, like you do feel like you fit. You know you fit. You feel the gratitude. So like that's the card. This is the Two of Cups. You feel like you fit. You like this group. You like these people. They like you, but the level of involvement and the taking care of messes, you're like, life is messy. That's one thing. Yeah, I know. But why am I at this level of taking care of it already? There's some bewilderment here. I'm just feeling it. That's just intuitive. Like, none of these, well, the cards before, I guess you would say that because they're crossed. Okay, that's where we're getting that from. See, you stick in this situation. You're balancing it out. Everybody's starting to get along again. I feel like people are stepping up because they're seeing you get a little shaken, a little bewildered, and people are stepping up and getting in there and calming this down. People who should be taking care of this anyway are realizing that you're not really happy. It's not that you're not, I don't know, you're not happy to be, like it's throwing you off. I don't know, you're not totally happy with this. Like it's kind of bewildered. And people are realizing this, they're stepping forward. They got the whale spirit in here. I do feel a family connection with whale. It says, trust the great mystery. which this might be a mystery to you about how this is all going on, because all of a sudden things just kind of calm down. I'm getting the correct people who should be dealing with the situation, other than you, are dealing with it and calming the situation down. So everything balances out. People really do like you. Like, you're really, really favored here. So I feel like this is a moment where finally, like, you're not expecting it, but all of a sudden things just kind of cool down. It's like the eye of the storm is what I'm feeling. I feel like it's the eye of the storm. You know what I mean? Like a hurricane, you got really rough weather, it gets really, really, really bad. Eye of the storm, nothing's happening. Looks like it's passed. It has not. The other side has to come in. I feel like it's the eye of the storm. And you have a moment here to really, like, look at the situation for what it really is. What's it really worth? This says open to infinite possibility. I feel like regeneration and healing and growth with this card. One of the reasons is starfish, you cut off one of the sides, it grows back, which I don't know where I learned that, but that just is where starfish sticks for me in the brain. So I feel like you're looking at the situation kind of like, all right, things have calmed down. I do want to be a part of this. And I feel like you know, because you've lived life long enough to where you're like, all right, it's calm right now. It's a little eerie calm. Even if it's just intuitive, because you're a water sign. Water signs tend to be intuitive, all three of them. They tend to be. They really do. So it might just be where there's nothing physically in front of you, nobody's saying anything to let you know you're just in the eye of the storm, but intuitively you might be like, it's just going to be a moment and it's going to start up again. And so it does. But when it starts up, I don't feel like you're shocked. You're just kind of like... The Five of Swords is like the fruitless win. It's almost like, storming the castle. You get the castle, it's yours, but it's a pile of rubble. You're like, what good is it? Everything's destroyed, so who cares that I want it? I got this spot, but it's destroyed. That's kind of how you feel. Like, yeah, I can win this. Yeah, I can do this, but it's like, what am I really winning here? I feel like you're kind of like... At this point, you're looking at the situation like, this is how this goes. This isn't going to change. It's like living in Tornado Alley, and you have, you're in a spot, it's like living in Tornado Alley, and you're just kind of like, how bad it gets. You're just questioning how bad it gets, how close it gets, and knowing once in a while it could get really scary. So you're kind of like, that's the kind of attitude you have, like, I'm living in Tornado Alley. Do I really want to live here? Do I really want to do this? The situation, like, they're still showing you that appreciation. They're trying to tie you even harder to the situation. They're like, anything they can do to lock you in, they want to do that. You're very appreciated. Like, that's not a question here for this reading. If this is hitting, you are very appreciated. But what I'm seeing here is how this is ending, at least this part. There's a lot of soul searching here and a lot of questioning, like, is this really where I want my life to be? Whatever you got involved with, you're looking at it like, maybe no. But you're not moving on from it yet, but you're seriously considering just kind of like, maybe I need to untether myself from this situation. And you're Scorpio. If you decide you're done, you will be done. But I feel like it's all in or all out. It doesn't seem like there's a halfway here. And that's why you're like very careful. And at the end of this, I feel like they have to like, that's the whole point of this reading is what I'm getting. You're going to have this moment, and it's literally, if you didn't realize it, it is all in or all out. There's no halfway. So, and it's not going to change. It's like living in Tornado Alley. Maybe that's not something you're realizing. I feel like most of you get that, but maybe if there's a few of you who don't, you're living in Tornado Alley. This situation is living in Tornado Alley, emotionally. You have to decide if you're okay with that or not, because it's not really going to change. You just got to decide. You got to realize there's no halfway. There's no halfway in this. You're either in it or you're out. You're going to either do it or you're not. That's the point. I feel like that's the whole point of this reading. Like, do you really want this for your life? Is it really worth it? Because I do feel like the longer it goes, literally, it's just kind of that much more to get out of. Even though it's not the easiest thing to get out of at this point, even. How far do you want to go? Like, I guess that's all you have to ask yourself. Am I okay living in emotional Tornado Alley? Am I okay with that? Because there's no halfway. You either live in that, you either live there or you don't. You just got to ask yourself if that's what you want or not. And I feel like that's what they're pushing forward. Are you okay? Whatever. And it could be a business situation, family, whatever you got going on. But however this applies, that's what they're asking you. Are you okay with that? Because it's in or out. It's in or out. It's not going to improve. It's going to be the same. What else? Is there anything else I need to say? I think we're good. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. This is Sagittarius, isn't it? Why did I get Scorpio vibes? I definitely got Scorpio vibes through this a couple times. This is Sagittarius, though. Did I say he's Sagittarius in the beginning? Because it's like, it's highlighting in my head like this is Sagittarius, but I am feeling some Scorpio vibes with this. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Scorpio or there's something with Scorpio connected to this. Be aware of that. I don't know. Maybe the Scorpio reading would also connect to this because I already did that one. This is definitely for Sagittarius. So if I said Scorpio a couple times, they're trying to highlight that there's something like very highly emotional. This is not a halfway. It's in or out. This is Sagittarius. This is kind of blowing me away that I just realized I said that. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. We'll see where it goes. Let me know in the comments how that hit for you because I'm curious. I'm really like, it's just dawned on me now that I've used both things. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.